Money is nice, championships are better.
Jalen Hurts has established himself among one of the elite players at the quarterback position in the NFL, following a breakout season with a loaded roster and quality playmakers at skill positions. The Philadelphia Eagles organization was ready to compete. This franchise appears to be investing in Hurts for the long term, bringing in former teammates of Hurts, people he is close to and trusts. The young quarterback has the support of the Eagles organization on paper, but is Hurts the Eagles franchise quarterback? Jalen Hurts was a rising star at Channelview High School in his hometown of Houston, Texas. Hurts was a 4-star quarterback and a top-ranked dual threat in the class of 2016. As a sophomore, Hurts would be a standout powerlifter, able to squat over 500 pounds and become regional finalist in the powerlifting 198-pound weight class. On the football field, Hurts' strength and mentality propelled him to early accolades. Hurts was a second-team All-District selection as a sophomore and was named the District 21 6A overall MVP as a junior. For his senior season, he passed for 2,384 yards and 26 touchdowns, and rushed for 1,391 yards with 25 touchdowns. Hurts was being heavily recruited. Ultimately, Jalen would elect to take his talents to the University of Alabama. In his first season at Alabama, Hurts proved to be a true talent and natural-born leader, but his rise to stardom in college came with adversity. Hurts guided the Crimson Tide to win an SEC championship game in 2016. Stemming from a Week 2 start, Hurts would become the first true freshman to start at quarterback for Alabama in over 32 years. The last quarterback to do that was Vince Sutton in 1984. Hurts will go on to duel Deshaun Watson's Clemson Tigers in the college football championship game, however, losing a national title, putting a bitter end on an already historic freshman season for Jalen Hurts. Then, in the same year, Hurts would lead Alabama back into the college football championship game. Would be the same year Hurts was famously benched in favor for Tua Tagovailoa in the second half, down 13-0 in the 2018 championship game against SEC foe, the Georgia Bulldogs. For his next season, Hurts would be on the bench backing up Tua until his number was called again in a full circle moment to win the 2018 SEC championship game against those same Georgia Bulldogs. However, this moment was short-lived, losing the college football championship game against the Trevor Lawrence-led Crimson Tigers. Jalen Hurts will go on to transfer to the University of Oklahoma after he earned his degree from Bama and was going to OU as a grad transfer. Staying at Bama after being benched and earning his degree showed Hurts was built a lot different than other guys. While at OU, betting on himself proved very beneficial, having a stellar season that almost led to him winning the Heisman Trophy. Hurts finished second in voting behind Joe Burrow, throwing for 3,851 yards and 32 touchdowns with 9 interceptions, rushing for 1,298 yards and 20 touchdowns. Oh, and by the way, he had 1 receiving touchdown just because he was balling like that. Some of the questions people had for Hurts as a talented quarterback were being answered, but only some. He would end his collegiate career with a decorated resume of personal accomplishments. 2016 AP SEC Newcomer of the Year, 2016 SEC Freshman of the Year, 2016 SEC Offensive Player of the Year, 2016 First Team All-SEC, 2017 National Champion, 2018 Sugar Bowl Outstanding Player Award, 2019 First Team All-Big 12, 2019 Big 12 Offensive Newcomer of the Year. Added to these accomplishments, Hurts was proved to be battle-tested and able to overcome adversity. Hurts will go on to declare for the NFL draft and be the subject of much skepticism about his playing style, even though he showed all the makings of a mature guy that could one day lead a franchise and gave an impressive performance during the NFL Combine. And yes, before you ask me, he was suggested to switch positions, to which he politely declined.
I'm a quarterback.
You've lined up at receiver before.
I'm a quarterback.
Hurts was gaining buzz from some teams around the league with the possibility of being selected in the second round. As it played out, the Philadelphia Eagles were in the market to bolster their backup quarterback role, and with the 53rd pick in the 2020 draft, the Eagles selected Jalen Hurts. Hurts didn't inherit the 2017 Super Bowl winning Eagles, nor for that matter was the team ready for him to become the starter. If Jalen Hurts would ever start for the Eagles, he would have to earn it. Nothing would be handed to him. Hurts was on a new path to become QB1 and show he was a franchise quarterback. However, Jalen was in an uphill battle. He was in a tough city that didn't understand why he was selected, and the organization already appeared to have their franchise quarterback in Carson Wentz. But that didn't stop Hurts. Hurts' rookie season under the Doug Peterson regime was major in seeing what Jalen could do given some time to develop. But the team around Hurts needed to retool and replenish an aging roster. Changes were coming for Philadelphia in 2021, which was poised to be a big year for Jalen Hurts, as the organization was moving in a new direction with him being the starting quarterback and bringing in new head coach and former Colts offensive coordinator Nick Sirianni. Together, Hurts and Sirianni would both have to get their feet wet and prove they belong in the league quickly. The early start of the Hurts-Sirianni experience didn't go great, although the Eagles did finish that season making the playoffs and getting blown out by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With so many questions up in the air about Jalen Hurts and what the Eagles organization was going to do, 2022 was a make or break year, and Hurts made it, leading to Hurts' season. In 2022, with Hurts under center, the Eagles went 14-1, made the playoffs, and were 3 points away from capturing a Super Bowl trophy. With Jalen able to improve his game to MVP consideration, Hurts did win NFC Player of the Year honors and was named second team All-Pro, which is not easy to do. The numbers were good for Jalen. In 2022, he passed for 3,701 yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a 66.5 completion percentage, almost a 5-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, and rushed for 760 yards, 13 touchdowns, regular season, ranked 4th in the NFL, a QBR of 66.4, also 4th in the league, and a passer rating of 101.5, which you guessed it, was ranked 4th in the NFL. During this historic season for Hurts, he was able to rise his game to elite status multiple times. He was the first player in NFL history to pass for 300 plus yards and 80% completion percentage and rush for multiple touchdowns. He had 15 touchdowns total for the season, which broke Cam Newton's record with 14 touchdowns in his rookie season. Hurts became the first quarterback to have 3 games with a rushing touchdown in a single postseason, alongside his Super Bowl performance, which saw Hurts have 3 rushing touchdowns, which almost broke the record held by Terrell Davis. Hurts has it all in front of him now, and the organization has seen the growth to hand Jalen the keys as a franchise player. I believe this will make the Eagles and Hurts a successful title team. They have both earned the respect and trust of each other on and off the field. The Eagles can trust that Hurts will encapsulate leadership and professionalism, and he's currently playing like a top-tier elite level NFL starting quarterback, which given his mentality and skills can last for a while, while the Eagles can also grow a team around him that complements his game. Heading into year 3 as a starter looks bright for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. I suspect that not only does Hurts cement himself as a superstar in this game, over the next 2 to 3 seasons, I can see him winning a Super Bowl ring and maybe even an MVP. The Eagles have arguably one of the best rosters in the NFL, and Hurts keeps improving his game. Not to mention Jalen Hurts got the bag during the 2023 offseason, so he has the confidence to keep playing his game. Now, nothing is certain, but what's for sure is that all eyes are on you, Jalen. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.